Hello, this is David Engel with the Engel Journal, and today we're going to be covering how to get what you want from outsourced developers. And the trick to directing an outsourced developer, someone who's not in your office, maybe not even in your same country, maybe doesn't even really speak your language. They have to speak, somewhat understand your language, but they may not be fluent. So how to hire these people and direct them and get the results that you want, the development results. It starts with being very clear and investing time totally mapping out your application and writing a statement of work or a user story that is very precise and is exactly what you want. So that means you got to know exactly what you want, and that starts with research. It starts with investing prep time and imagining how your application is going to work. We're going to be using a very small open source application that we developed and then just released for the public to use. Just to give you a context, the basic problem is that for this application is that Salesforce.com, unless you have one of the higher tier versions, outputs IDs only in 15 digits, and we have an application that needs 18 digits. So instead of spending a bunch of extra money with Salesforce, we just wanted to have a program to convert those IDs. So the first step was to do some research and see who out there in the open source community has written code to convert the IDs. And we did a lot of research, about 1.5 hours. I would consider that a lot for this tiny problem. And we finally found one that actually was good and it worked. It was by a guy named David Padbury, who's a Salesforce developer in the UK. And we found this. He posted this on a forum, and we put it right into the solution here. So we pretty much gave our programmer the basis for what they're going to be doing. We did a lot of the work for them, the research, which is, I would highly recommend that you do a lot of the research for your programmers, because a lot of them aren't going to know how to do research that well, but they do know how to code that well. That's been my experience. And of course, if you're hiring a big team, that may be a different story, but we're talking about hiring someone for a $30 project. So we gave them the solution, we gave them the problem so they understand their context, why they're making a difference here, and then we wrote a user story, which is basically about how this is going to work within a spreadsheet. And we decided to use Google Spreadsheets just because Google Spreadsheets allows JavaScript, and this code is already in JavaScript. So we got everything pretty much mapped out, and that took a total of about 4 hours of my time to write this. And the upside about that is my 4 hours got my cost down to $30 because there was no thinking that a person had to do. Didn't really need someone with really a lot of expertise, although I ended up getting someone who was really, really sharp. But anyway, $30 took care of this problem. I want to share some insights on how to communicate this statement of work for this particular problem. This one page was good enough to explain it all. If you have more complex problems, or maybe let's say you're outsourcing design or something like that, you'll want to create a video, just like I'm creating this video now, with your input. And you can use a program called Camtasia Studio for that, which is very helpful. And the video makes it almost as if the person is sitting next to you in your office. So we're never limited by geography if we use the tools out there. Another tip for everyone to note is think long and hard about your statement of work before you release it, because you do not want to change the plan on your programmer. It's really a pain in the ass for a programmer outside the country who barely speaks your language to, in the middle of their project, get some change. And that's usually, and it's really a pain in the ass for any programmer to get that from a client. So you want to make sure it's very clear up front. That will keep your costs down. And if you do have changes and you do want your program to evolve, that's fine. Just make it a 1.1 or a 1.2. But give them an end in sight for this first statement of work. So anyway, going back to this example, what we did is created this statement of work here with a user story and everything. And we sent it off to some programmers who were already familiar with the technologies that we're talking about. So the way we did that is, how do we find, a question you might want to ask yourself is, how do I find programmers that are already sophisticated in the technology I want to use? So the technology we were using is Google spreadsheets. So there's already a script gallery. This is open source, where developers from around the world submit their scripts, and here it is. We have all these email addresses. So we know these people have already been through learning cycles with Google scripts and spreadsheets, and all we needed to do was to contact these people. No need for posting anywhere else. So I just personally copied, pasted all of these email addresses into a single email, told them why I was contacting them, gave them a link to the exact statement of work that I wrote up here, and asked them if they wanted to do it. And what I got back was some people gave me some interesting ideas about how to change my statement of work. Some people asked for a lot more money than what I was proposing, which is one of the funniest things ever. I get whenever I post my prices for when I know what I need is a certain price, I will post it at that price, which is often very low. And I'll get people saying, "Oh, you're crazy. You'll never get anyone who can do it for that price." And I always get someone to do it for that price and do it really well. So don't let anyone talk you out of your low price if you know what you're doing and you know it's really worth that. So anyway, I posted my $30 thing out there, and a guy from Germany sent me an email back, and he did exactly everything I wanted on that statement of work, and gave me some samples, and it checked out. So I sent him the money, and we put it in the script gallery, and now it's available for everyone else to enjoy. All you do is you type Salesforce in here, you click Install, you click Authorize. The script is here, and let's say we want to change these all to 18-digit IDs. We click the menu item, which is right there. All of this was in the statement of work, and it starts working. It's that simple. And so I got what I wanted for $30 in 4 hours, and it solved a very big business problem for me because I need these IDs converted. And you can do the exact same thing. You just need to be very clear up front. Don't change the game plan once you get your people on board. And if it's a project that you could really benefit from being visual, then video your instructions or provide picture diagrams. And if you need help, you can contact me. You can contact me on the contact form at engeljournal.com. That's engeljournal.com. And the contact form is on the top menu right here. So I hope this helps, and good luck.